What madness is this?
So, as a quick teaser, I'm probably going to show off something tomorrow that I'm working on because it's funny and I like it. I'm having a good time. Don't judge me. But we'll talk about that tomorrow, maybe the next day. I'm not entirely sure. The story's in process, so I've got to let it kind of develop to see where it kind of goes. But as of right now, it's very interesting. So maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I want to talk about Sophie Cunningham. Sophie, back in the news. Sophie, back as a subject on this channel. Now, talked about Sophie Cunningham in the past because I love irony. Irony and just dumb fucking shit. It tickles me every time it happens, right? So, Caitlin Clark comes into the league like a fucking thunderclap from God. And money starts being made by all the girls who are bitching that they're not making enough money. And what do? They try to put that poor girl in the hospital every chance they get. They're still doing this shit. Like, the WNBA has turned into hockey, and it's fucking weird. I don't know what's going on, but it's starting to get more entertaining. I'll say that. You start having bitches fight each other, it's always going to be good. But, whatever. So, Sophie Cunningham, after Caitlin Clark, her teammate, got roughed up by a dumb bitch, Sophie Cunningham took that dumb bitch by the back of her head and slammed her face into the fucking ground. And I was like, I like this chick. She's got balls. Which leads into the next part of the story, I think, quite nicely. So, Sophie has got a lot of attention now because she's Caitlin Clark's little enforcer. And Sophie is getting asked all sorts of questions now. Everybody wants to talk to Sophie. Sophie, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Sophie, what do you think about transgender people in sports? And Sophie said, well, I think that women's sports should be for women, women's athletes, women's sports people. Fucking women. It's women's sports. It should be for women. And everybody went, ah! Because that's what you do. And this coach said, well, I think that we should totally have men playing in this sport. And then another coach was like, yeah, I totally think we should have men playing in this sport. And then another coach was like, yeah, I really think we need men playing this sport. And one of the coaches wore it was reported to me that one of the coaches wore a Protect Trans Kids shirt to the game. And my first thought was, the one with the knife or the one with the gun? It wasn't either of those. It was a totally different one. Whew. That could have been some rough PR. But nevertheless, that was the first thought I had. I wonder if it was the knife or the gun. So, like, I'm kind of annoyed about this because bitches piss me off. And I really liked Sophie because she slammed that bitch's face into the ground. Thought that was damn cool. And so I started to see a whole lot of Sophie videos. And I'm like, now it's getting annoying. Because I watched 3 videos on the Caitlin Clark situation with Sophie. And now I'm just deluged with Sophie shit. Whatever. And I was watching one of them. She was doing an interview. And they asked her what she's looking for in a man. Her answer fucking annoyed me. She was like, well, you know, I'm like 6'4", so I want a man that can, you know, make me feel small. And I was like, perfect. I'm the perfect man for you. I'm like 5'11" and a half, 6 foot when I'm in my work boots, right? And if you just want somebody who can make you feel small, Sophie, I can do that. You're a WNBA player. Feel small yet? Like, his shit just annoyed me because I'm like, well then, have fun with your fucking cat. Because there's not a whole lot of guys that are going to be able to make you feel small, and usually those guys are dating a girl that's like 5'2". So, you're shit out of luck, bitch. You gotta adjust your fucking standards, or better define what small means exactly. Because I could be your dream man, because believe me, I can make you feel small on demand. This shit just annoys me. Quit being fucking stupid. Why don't you find somebody that you get along with and that you love? And why don't you stop with this? You can only be so tall to ride this bitch. Like, you are not an amusement park ride. I know there was some dumb fucking singer out there that in one chorus convinced you that you're not something, or convinced you that you are something that you're fucking not. Your body is not a wonderland. Alright? You are not an amusement park ride. You're a fucking nag, and you're a pain in the ass, and you need to start acting like that's what you are. Because, god damn it. You ain't fucking special. Anyways. So, I spent a long time being annoyed with Sophie. And now I'm not annoyed with Sophie anymore because Sophie hates all trans children. I love how that got turned into that. Isn't it amazing that when you really want to say or do something thoroughly fucking retarded, that all of a sudden, well, you just hate children? No, we're not talking about children. We're talking about athletes in sports. Right? You can broaden that to be all athletes and all sports if you want, but I don't recall Sophie saying anything about trans children. I think she said that girls' sports should be for girls and boys' sports should be for boys. And much like the child that's in the wheelchair or the person that has no legs, there's certain things you just don't get to do in life. That's how it fucking is. And you can make the decision. If you want to be a transgender person, you can be a transgender person. If you want to be an athlete, you can be an athlete. But if you want to be a male boxer who boxes women, generally you go to jail for that. That's called fucking domestic abuse. Right? So, it's so fucking stupid. But no, we gotta make it about the children. Well, okay, let's make it about the children. You can't. Sorry. Like, that's... Go and find the kid that has a limp and ask his parents, how did you explain to your child they don't get to be on the football team? How did you broach that subject? And most likely what they'll say is, you can't. Like, you can work on it, see where you go, but you're running, you know, a 30 yards in a 4:40. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. That's too fucking long. You can't run 30 yards in 4 minutes and make the fucking team. You gotta be a little faster than that. Right? And you can't play girls volleyball because you got a dick. Because you're not really a girl. Because we're not playing pretend. Because this isn't a fucking game. This is real life. And every dude that makes the girls' team is one less girl who gets to be on the girls' team where she belongs. And she's got to go and not play sports. Like, how is a parent supposed to explain to their female child, sorry you didn't make the team, sweetie, but apparently the coach really wants to get a championship this year. That's why he stacked his team with 5 dudes. Sorry, try out next season. Maybe you'll be able to beat the boys in another couple of years after you've matured, but of course, at the same time, they're growing boys too, so you don't get to do it. One turn of events that I think is amazing, because there's an odd possibility that this could actually happen, and if it did, I would love it. I would just absolutely love it. I would think it's the best thing in the world. But I drive for a living. Drive around all over the place. I listen to the radio. I listen to the sports talk in the morning because they're entertaining, and I like listening to them whine about the Browns and the Cavs and the Guardians and fucking everything. I love listening to them whine and bitch. It makes me laugh early in the morning. Then I listen to Glenn Beck because, I don't know, I really enjoy listening to him cry on the air for whatever fucking reason. But he's kind of a producer for the show. He's like a light producer for the show. He's kind of on the, well, he's not really on the Tim level. He's certainly not on the Tim level. But, like, he's a little bit above Tim. He works for the show, but only in a roundabout way. And then I listen to Clay and Buck. And Clay Sexton, or Buck Travis, one of the two, Clay Travis, he is talking about full-on starting a women's basketball team. That he wants to get nothing but trans women to play on his basketball team. And he wants to play them in the WNBA. And I was thinking, you know, when all this shit with Sophie happened, my other producer, Asmongold, he said that he thinks that we should have a transgender-only WNBA team. That would be great. And I'm like, we should get the two of them together. And then I was thinking, you know, today on the news, they were talking about how Cleveland is getting a WNBA team. They named the team today. They're going to be the Cleveland Sirens. Hear the call. And I was like, honestly, that's perfect. That's a perfect name. I think that every WNBA team should be named after some mythological creature that eats men. I think that would be so perfect. You can have the Seattle Sea Hags, right? The Saskatchewan Succubi. Like the sirens, harpies, like gorgons. There's so many. Like there's so many mythological women that eat men in some way or another. It's perfect. I think it's perfect. So I think all the stupid name, the fever and all this dumb shit. What homo came up with that? No! You should be the Houston Hookers. Like something like that. The Pennsylvania, or the Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh prostitutes. Just some sort of mythological female creature that preys on men. I think it'd be perfect, but whatever. But if we can get, dude, if we can somehow get Clay Travis and Asmongold to get involved in like buying out the Cleveland team and turn it into a transgender WNBA team, Cleveland will finally have a dynasty. We'll finally win some championships. I'll finally have a team that I really want to root for that's local, other than the Indians, which aren't the Indians anymore. They're the Guardians now. It's so gay. But, right, I'll finally want to get back into local sports with a new team. Oh, I think it would be great. We need to do this. We need to somehow figure out how to make this happen. Clevelanders everywhere, you need to unite and say, look, if we're going to have a WNBA team, we at least need 3 dudes on it, right? We got to get, LeBron's going to be retiring probably after this next season. Perfect, right? We can get him with her contract and be like, dude, we're just going to put you in a wig like all of the rest of the girls on the team, and then you go out there and just fuck them up. LeBron James, even at fucking 63, which he will be when he finally leaves the WNBA, he will still be light years beyond the best of the, beyond Caitlin Clark. LeBron would be dunking his basketball in the net and his balls in her face. Dude, well, I'm sorry, his boy pussy. Not his balls, his boy pussy, right? LeBron would totally fucking waffle stamp that bitch. I'm telling you, this would be amazing. We got to make this happen. What are some other, like, homos in the NBA that we can convince to put on a dress? It's definitely LeBron. He's my number 1 pick. Kevin Durant, we could put his ass in a dress, get him out there playing. There's so many choices nowadays. Like, they're all kind of homo. But seriously, man, I think it would be a great idea to have the NBA superstars, when they're ready to retire, be like, hey, man, we'll sign you for like a season or 2. Just come and play for us on our girl team, and we will just win. You want rings? You want rings? You need more rings? We can get you rings easy.